Once again, welcome to my channel, Let's Talk Clarity. Everyone, this is something that I have not been able to do in a while, and I'm happy to say I can do the other video that is on a topic, but I want to take a moment to reflect. Thank you all who tuning in to my video presented through YouTube and a few other social media pages. I am your host, Deirdre Square. Today I want to try something a little different. I want to take some time and take a moment to reflect on our upbringing. For most of us, our childhood was a time of innocent wonder and love, right? But however, for some, it was a time of pain and loneliness and fear, okay? So growing up in an environment where love and emotional support was lacking, of course, we've had these discussions. It's all over the place. It can leave deep scars. It can affect us even in our adult lives. It can make us resentful towards other people who was supposed to in our childhood, or children that are supposed to get love and support from their family. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Is there anyone ready to break free from the chains of resentment? Is there anything that someone could look at and say, I'm willing to let go of the resentment that has caused me to be angry, that has weighed me down, it has hindered my growth? Because that is the first step towards healing and recreating your life. I've had to do it. I've had to recreate my life on other accords in my past, so I can talk about it, recreating a life that's filled with love and happiness. And no, it wasn't easy. It might have even taken some time for me to be able to talk about it. So let's talk clarity, okay? Let's talk clarity, okay? Trust me, I've been there. I understand. Been there and did all of this is what I'm saying. The struggle, feeling like you were neglected and overlooked by those who are meant to protect you. It can feel like a heavy burden to carry because the ones that was there, they didn't protect you. Okay? They were thinking about themselves. And it could be tempting to hold onto that resentment because they were doing whatever they wanted to do. And they didn't have no care, no action, no proaction. Okay? But nothing but excuses. Right? Okay? So think about that. Just straight up excuses. Shortcomings of why. But let me say this. It's time to let go and move forward. Let's talk clarity. Ooh. Let's talk clarity. How do you move forward? It's a daily practice. If it just comes and go when you feel and choose that you should. We often think in order to find peace and healing, we need an apology or an acknowledgement. Well, some of you understand. Some of those people that gave you the traumas, okay, they ain't gonna ever apologize, okay? And you want an apology from anyone that made you feel and remember all that neglect, that lacking. Just acknowledge you. They hurt you. But the truth of the matter is, You don't need anyone else's validation. I've said it over and over again. I'm going to say it again. And I'm going to say it again. We had the power to heal ourselves and become the loving, compassionate, and secure individuals we long to be. Yes. We have to see our doctors. We have to take care of ourselves. We need to do therapy if it's necessary. We need to call and take care of ourselves. We need to be quiet and take care of ourselves. We need to walk and support and hold each other's hands and take care of ourselves. We need to walk alone and shut it down and shut it up and take care of ourselves. So how do we do that? How do you make the effort? How do we move past a trauma of our upbringing? We parent ourselves. How is it done? Okay? The psychodrama is wonderful. The theatrics, I can go there. It's a journey. It takes hard work, but it's not impossible. It's not. And I want to share this with you because for an example of a queen, an example of an empress, someone who has done just that. Okay? All right? Miss Empress Deirdre, I grew up from a broken home with no emotional support. Okay? Yes. And it felt like hell was there. I felt like I was another burden in an already chaotic situation. Divorce, half siblings and brothers. I felt resentful towards them and even towards the world. Okay? Whoop-de-doo. And here I am, wiser, smarter, refreshed, recreated. Years have gone by. And Empress Deirdre Square, let's talk clarity, realized a long time ago that holding on to resentment wasn't doing myself any good. I had to make a conscious decision, okay? I couldn't shut it down, drink it up, smoke it away, blow it out, punch it away, hide it away, throw it up under the rug, work myself to death, go to the hospital, get a pill, swallow another pill. I had to heal deep inside myself. I had to recreate a life that I want, and I'm still doing it. No jokes, okay? First, I had to seek therapy. Then I had to find what was incredibly helpful. I had to learn how to cope with new mechanisms and strategies to manage my emotions, of course. I had to try and do the things and look at some of the things I was scared of. I had to look at fear in its eye, and I had to jump on the side of, pure romance. Sell some sex products. Make someone healthier. Don't become the product of sex. Don't become the product of anything that goes against the self. All right? Because there's people that will introduce things to you when you're not even a single parent. You have your partner by the side and he's telling you have another baby and we're going to be all right. No. I had to find support in my community. The people who had similar experience, and they were there and they're still around. Thank goodness for social media, okay? Years gone by to see them happy. They look at me and I'm doing much better, okay? It's wonderful feeling, okay? It's medicine through the soul, not just through a pill. They work sometime, but being surrounded by people who can understand and comprehend, who can understand my pain, who knew what it was. It felt good for people to understand my pain and finish my sentence. You can be on that same journey. Because as for myself, I gave myself a sense of belonging and comfort in the right zone. Okay? Miss Empress Deirdre had to start repairing herself, reparenting herself. It got so wonderful that some of the people that needed to be understanding of who they could not be, they thought I was parenting them. How dare you tell me what to do? No. Empress Deirdre had to start to do the things she wished her parents had done for her. Okay? I had to give myself the love and attention that I deserved. Okay? It started with doing new hobbies, learning new skills. I had to allow myself to make mistakes without harsh judgments. And also learn to set boundaries. Okay? Communicate my needs to others that were interested, that was on board, that's on board. Not keep it to myself and become bitter. Empress Deirdre never learned about growing up. Let's talk clarity. You don't learn about growing up. You experience it. So very important. You have to forgive your parents. Not because they deserve it, because they did not give you the emotional support. They wanted me to put them first before I even was put first. And that's backwards. When you deserve peace, you realize that holding on to resentment only will make you bitter. It will prevent you from experiencing love and joy that life has to offer. Let's talk clarity. Let's talk clarity. Empress Deirdre is not a pampered princess, but I am the princess that don't walk around with something to hide. As a business owner, as a teacher, as a healer, as a therapist, credentials, credits, my healing journey was all about the practice, and it still is, because it's about my success, about my inner peace, the build healthy relationship I have with myself, not just in my personal life, but also in my professional life. Everything is professional to me. Everything from my name around to the bed that I get into, that's on business, okay? Straight with no chaser. I no longer let pain of my past dictate my now, my future. I want to inspire, and I have to every day, even when there's no one to inspire, okay? But I do it within myself. My dear friends, okay, let me say this. We may not be able to change anyone. You can't even look at your past and change it. But you have the power to shape your tomorrow, your later on. Let's talk clarity. You can choose to live a life filled with resentment all you want to, but there is bitterness coming behind it. Okay? There's bitterness. You can either choose to let go and create a life with love, or choose, okay, the choice to make conscious decisions, to release resentment instead of toying and toiling with it. Okay? Because witches is going to pop out the woodwork on you. Okay? And ain't no Bible verse going to help you with that. Okay? Resentment towards your family will leave you somewhere where you don't want to be, because people will do anything to you. So understand, we are not all living in traumatized avenue. Okay? So towards ourselves, let's choose love, forgiveness, and healing. Because when we do that, we open ourselves to a world of great opportunities. We become the best version of ourselves that we hear every day all over the internet. Let's talk clarity. How can you be the best version of yourself if you're walking around with resentment. Can someone tell me that? When it shows up and pop up, can you look at yourself and say, oh, that is something that does not belong here? If when you see someone that's going through something, they may have resentment. They may be trying to heal. But it's called boundaries. It's called remembering who you are not, okay? And helping someone else make a conscious decision. Not giving them something that will just shut them down so they can't release those holes that's on their mind, those chains that's wrapped around their hearts, the resentment, the burdens, not feeling safe, even from your own parents that make you feel like they come first before you. That's a hard pill to swallow, because at the end of the day, those children, we had to go and walk around like that. And there's people that don't come from trauma. They can look at someone and say, hey, you put someone first before yourself. Well, let me get on board with you. Okay? Sell or be sold. Choose love. Forgive yourself. Forgive your parents. And begin to heal. Thank you. Let's talk clarity.